then it's just that criminal stuff, not the conviction. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I hope that when people know better, they do better. Um, I would hope if some additional training or Mhm, mhm. Yeah, because that's a manipulation tactic. I'm going to be really aggressive with my tone, but I'm going to cover it with a smile so you can't say that I'm yelling or being aggressive. It is very common. Um, yeah. Yep. 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 Uh, but sometimes you've got to be uncomfortable for a client. I'd rather be uncomfortable myself than put that person through even more trauma. Mhm. Yeah. Well, I mean, when somebody is standing there with authority, you feel like you have to melt. You kind of cripple into a child, and you're just nodding your head, and it, you know. But so when you support each other and an advocate is there with the client, um, you're not up to each other. I think. Mhm. There are I mean, there are shitty people who do shitty things in this world, but I have to be hopeful. There's so many more good people in this world than there are bad people. And sometimes in this line of work, the world does get very dark, and you realize how much people do suck and are horrible. But if I remind myself that there's so many more good people and there are bad, kind of helps me. So, mm. Oh, we do statistically. I've done the research. Yeah, there are so many more good people than there are bad. Um, there's also another scenario in there where it talks about like a client very concerned about they've been sexually assaulted and the STDs that they are might encounter. The only thing you got some of the not that the sharp stuff yesterday, but I just um there are lots of medications that they can provide at the hospital. Even if you don't want to go through with all of the exams, even if you want to go there and just get those medications, uh, you're allowed to have that. Also, they there's one scenario where they're worried about cost of like STD situations. If they are a victim of a crime like a sexual assault, they have in place uh, the what is the crime victim compensation, and they will pay for all of those medications and the exams. And if you have to go ongoing treatment, that can be part of your crime victim compensation and will cover those costs for the victim. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've had my own personal experiences. Like when I was younger, I wish that I had more of a support system because could have gotten, like, my therapy costs covered, or I could have done like a private suit for my own, like, civil, uh, pain and suffering and additional, like, costs that the, the perpetrator should have been responsible for that I had to pay out of pocket. But you don't know what you don't know. So hopefully we can gather information as we can provide that as they come up. But again, these are little tips and tricks and things that you collect through years of experience. You don't think you need to know everything all at once. Because it's so hard, as you know, these there's not one case fits all. These are all different, and things are going to come up different throughout your experience. Um, Mhm. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Um, yeah, I mean, just even for your own, you're taking initiative. You're just serious yourself. I mean, you want to do your own homework. I love proactive advocates. They're going to put in. I mean, they're not going to wait for direction. They're going to go do that research on their own because they're curious and they want to be a better advocate. Knowledge is power, right? So all of that is super useful. Um, yeah. Hmm. 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 I have not. That's what I was gonna say. Mhm. And that is, I mean, people will abuse people financially, physically, emotionally, but through systems too. And you will encounter that a lot, where they are continually being brought back to court, even civil protection orders, where they are that person is constantly trying to modify orders, and they're having to take time off freaking work and things like that. If a judge recognizes that systematic abuse is happening, they will say, "We're done reevaluating these." But it's really hard to make that call, right? You don't want to stop somebody from being able to, but if they recognize that, they can put that in the file that we are not considering anything more regarding this case, um, unless it is a new crime with new evidence and new situation. Um, but you will see systematic abuse, which can affect somebody's employment if they're constantly having to do like that. Mhm. Well, if you can ever think of any questions relating anything. Yeah, let me know. Questions, concerns, that.